How y'all doing, man? We're back with another episode of Double.R.Podcast. I'm your host, Rod, and I'm here with
Rico. Yes, sir.
And today we got another special guest that we're interviewing today. One of my very good friends, one of our very good friends.
Good friend.
Feel me? He's a drummer, ex-producer. You feel me? He beats on the drums and in the laptop.
Abuses them.
I like
right?
that.
Abuses them.
Yeah, abuses
right?
the drums.
I like
Our
that.
boy
That's not too
CJ.
bad.
You feel me?
What's up, y'all? That's
You
fine.
wanna do a little introduction of yourself? Real
Hey,
quick?
man.
Tell the people what you about.
I'm CJ, man. What can I say? He said it all. Drummer, producer. These my boys. Man,
Yes, sir.
since high school.
Yes, sir.
Crazy how we came together. Funny stories.
Yeah.
but
Funny.
it's crazy times, man. But yeah, man, that's all I'm about. You know, nothing crazy. Just appreciate you guys having me, man.
No
For real.
problem, bro.
Appreciate you guys having me.
No problem, bro.
Let's get into it, man. Before you got into drumming, what was your first passion?
Drumming, bro.
Drumming.
Believe it or
Since the
not.
womb.
So what got you into drumming then?
Bro, honestly, I was 1 year old, and my dad tell this story all the time.
Yeah.
My uncle, he sent me a drum set for Christmas, and it was like, I was 1 year old just playing, and ever since I started playing, it was like, it just never stopped.
Oh, okay.
So I've been literally playing since I was one. It's just
Basically,
been-
love
yeah,
at first
That's
sight.
dope.
yeah, bro.
So, how hard was it to actually get drumming down?
For me, honestly, I can't take credit for the gift, because at the end of the day, God gave me the gift.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, God gave me the gift. You know, drumming's always somewhat come easy to me. It was
Mhm.
just supernatural. It's like sitting down and just, it's like a part of me. So it's like
Yeah.
just growing up, basically, you know, just falling in love with the instrument by myself, but then also being like learning about it
Okay.
and falling in love with learning about it. Where it's
Yeah.
like, damn, like that boy smack, you know, like
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
else is like playing crazy drums, and
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, I'm trying to do that one day. So it was just like, it was one of those things that it was just like, passion's never really gone out, you know. It's just,
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you had a drum set since you were one?
I swear, yeah.
That's crazy. Like
There's a VHS.
like a kid, like
Okay, so yeah, I had
Okay.
a kid kit. I had a
Okay.
kid kit, but like my first grown drum kit was at 4.
okay,
So,
golly, that's
yeah.
not that far.
Yeah, I was playing
Yeah.
like.
So you never had to beat on the pots.
I still beat on the pots. I still beat on the pots. If I can't play drums, I'm gonna beat on the pots. You know, it was just anytime, bro. Any type of noise I could make, I was
Yeah.
making it. It was terrible. It was terrible.
Damn. So now that getting into drumming, what is the first thing somebody should do?
Getting into drumming.
Yeah.
Drumming's not easy, so getting into drumming, have a reason to fall in love with the instrument.
Mhm.
Anything that I do, and something that my cousin actually told me, he's like, if your heart ain't in it, don't do it.
Yeah.
So make sure your heart is like in it. Like, you don't want to just do something because da 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 da. Like,
Mhm.
obviously, like, it's cool to try things, but
Yeah.
like, make sure that there's a passion behind it. Like,
Yeah.
you have a reason for doing what you do, you know. And that's not just with drums. That's just like with life in general. Have a
Yeah.
reason
Have a
Yeah.
to
purpose.
do what you're doing.
So
Yeah.
does the type of drums that you have? Because I'm assuming there's different drum companies.
Mm-hmm.
What's the first one you had, and what's the one you currently have now? What's the difference between
The
them?
first one I had, it was a blue. Was it a pearl? It was a blue pearl. Getting into like all the different aspects, it's really just like, well, at the age of 4, you have no idea what it is. You know, you
Yeah.
just see drums, and it's like, okay, drums, cool.
Yeah.
But getting older, like my first kit was a pearl. Had that kit for probably like from, like I said, from 4 probably to like 10. Then I was actually gifted. I ended up going to North Broward Prep School on a scholarship for music, and I ended up
Mhm.
meeting this guy, who gave me a 1969 pearl kit,
Damn.
and like those kits go for like 4 racks, like for the anything up.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to
shout
him.
out to him.
Crazy story about him, bro. Low key kind of creepy. I ain't gonna. I'm at the crib, the old crib. Right where the circle is, where you used to stay too. Bro, one day we hear a knock at the door, and he opens the door, and I open the door, and it's him. And he's like, "Yeah, I found you on Google." I was like, "Oh no,
oh nah." He wanted that kit back.
He found out after a 4th grade.
Yeah, bro. But he was like, "No, just checking in." I was like, "It's cool, but at the same time, don't ever do that again."
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
that's weird.
There's Facebook, bro. You could have found me on Facebook and hit me up. Or Instagram. DM me something.
That's wild.
He pulled up straight to my house. I was like, yeah, nah. But back to the story. We had that kit. Then I had a Yamaha kit.
Yamaha?
The
same
one that makes
Yamaha
Bose,
makes
the
those,
same
bro.
one.
Oh,
Yamaha
wow.
has a whole
They're
different
diverse.
side. Yeah.
Yes, bro.
And Yamaha is one of the biggest
You'd be surprised
sound
to
companies,
see
bro.
Yamaha makes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yamaha is one of the biggest sound companies.
I remember when I was in middle school, and I remember before you went to middle school, the middle school come to your like 5th grade class and tell you what they have, and they talked about the band team and stuff like that, and I'm like, y'all going to Disney? I ain't never been to Disney.
Yeah.
I'm getting on the team to go to Disney. I'm like, what can I play? I'm like, you know what? I think I like the clarinet, Squidward. So I was like, me and my dad took me to one of those stores. I don't know what they're called, but it was in Daisy.
Music stores?
Some like music.
Like
All
Sam
County
Ash
Music
or
or something.
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And I went in there. I remember seeing Yamaha. I'm like, Yamaha? What the fuck Yamaha doing in here?
Yeah.
But we went in there and we came out with nothing because the instruments were expensive.
Yeah, they're hella
But
so
expensive.
did you go to Disney though?
Huh?
Did you go to Disney though?
Yeah, I got an F in that class. I sat in the back and everything because you need the instruments to play.
Oh, so you couldn't get the instruments and they didn't provide them to you?
No, bro.
You
What
could
middle
rent
school
them
is
though.
this?
Forest Glen. Yeah.
Oh, you could have rented. I mean,
I
that's
didn't
a whole
know.
nother
I
thing.
didn't know
Yeah,
at the
I know.
time.
That's
and
what I'm saying.
I was like, can y'all get me to PE? Because if we ain't going to Disney, why am I here?
I ain't gonna lie, y'all elementary schools was different. In my elementary school,
No,
it wasn't
this
no.
wasn't elementary school. though.
but
That
you
was
said
school.
in elementary school, the middle school
Elementary,
would come.
They tell you, like your middle school comes and they tell you about the programs.
Yeah, we
And
didn't have that.
They brought band, and band was going to Disney. Everybody got hyped because Disney. So
Yeah, and that's the selling point
that's
right
the
there.
selling point.
It's like
And
they're
they
scouting little kids.
They even tell you,
We're going to Disney.
do not come if you think you're going to Disney. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna
All
go
I
to
gotta
Disney.
do is participate and I'm going.
Yeah, facts.
I'm gonna
That's
go to
all I
Disney.
want.
Fuck
I
you
ain't
talking
end up-
about?
I did not end up going. So, at all.
I'll take my ass to Disney. Bro.
Did you ever think about joining any of your school like band activities?
I
or
was
anything
in
like
school
that?
band activities.
Yeah.
At Springs.
Like I said, no, not in Springs.
No?
Springs was actually the first time I didn't do anything music related.
Oh yeah, 'cause
Yeah?
you did do it in North Prep. Yeah.
So yeah, all throughout middle school, I was in the marching band. I was in, jazz band, concert band.
Yeah.
I was in all the bands all throughout middle school.
It seemed like you like you were in bands all throughout middle school. So
Yeah.
how come you didn't do that in high school?
Well,
Well-
when you came to Springs.
Or when you came to Springs?
I did music in freshman year and sophomore year when I
Mhm.
was actually at Douglas. Because
Yeah.
I actually got approved to go to Douglas
Mhm.
because of music as well.
Yeah.
So since I got approved to go to Douglas because of music, I had to take the music classes.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you want to take the music classes at that point?
I did.
Yeah.
You know, I did because it's like, but at the same time, it's like, bro, I ain't never take PE. I ain't never. had
Yeah, you
none
wanna
of that.
do other
Yeah, I was
things.
like, I want to
Yeah,
like
experience it,
experiment
Yeah.
a little. It's high school, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I did it freshman, sophomore year. I was homeschooled junior year,
Mm-hmm.
halfway of sophomore year and junior year, and then when I went to Coral Springs, I was like, yeah, bro, this is just me. I'm gonna do what I want to do. So I
Yeah.
changed up my electives.
Mm.
So it was cool. It was different.
Yeah. Do you regret it, like not doing music?
I regret not doing marching band.
Mm.
Mostly because
You know, that's why our football games and stuff were off. He wasn't drumming.
Yeah.
hey, bro.
Yeah,
Nah, let me stop. Let me stop. Before I
Yeah,
get-
that'd be lit.
before a bunch of the drum guys hit me up. Rico, what you mean, bro?
Nah,
I
but
just thought of Jeremy, Bill.
Yeah, Jericho hit us up. Like, what do you mean?
I was on the team.
I mean, I regret marching band only because now where I'm at, drumming, not to get crazy in the details, but basically like drumline, when you're playing like snare drum, all that stuff, you're playing a lot of rudiments and stuff. So rudiments are like patterns for drummers. So it's like, if I was in marching band, the way I would have understood those patterns way better than I do now.
Oh, so you're saying the experience that
the experience of learning to connect with the drums. Because I know a lot of my boys, they were in marching band. I'm talking about they smack him harder than me. And it's because they were like, yeah, you didn't learn this in marching band. It's like, I'm like, oh damn. So it's like, it's like, left out a little bit. It's like now, it's like, I'm grateful to be around them, where it's not like they like, gatekeeping the stuff, but they really be like, yo, like I'm gonna show you. But it's like, damn, I low key could have been known this. I could have been known this.
Yeah.
So
you could have been ahead of the game.
Yeah, bro. That's the only thing though. Other than that,
I got a question. So I know you've been drumming for a long time. I know that you are part of a band, right? How did that come to be?
Church, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was playing at my church in Boca, and the saxophone player for our Sunday services, he was like, yo, I know this guy he needs a drummer. And his name is Alexander Starr. Shout out Alexander Starr.
Shout out.
Well, that is
Go
a
listen to
superstar
his
name.
music.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Yeah, shout out. That's my boy. But long story short, Dom actually got me connected with him, and he was like, yo, like, we're looking for a drummer, da-da-da-da-da. Send me some videos. Send him some videos. And my first ever show with the first ever band that I got into was Sunfest. Yeah. So
what is Sunfest?
How nervous were you?
Sunfest?
Yeah.
It's
for
like
people,
the festival.
for the people that don't know.
Okay, so Sunfest is a festival that they have every year in West Palm.
Okay.
It's pretty lit. When I played for Star, we actually opened for Earth, Wind, and Fire. So
shit.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's like we got to meet Earth. We got to meet Earth, Wind, and Fire.
How was that experience, bro?
It was crazy because it's like, I ain't gonna cap, like, like you know them.
Yeah.
But it's like, you be walking past them, you be like, yo, who this?
Yeah, they don't. Oh yeah. Our old viewers gonna chew you out for that one.
But it's like, then they're like, no, that's Earth. I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like being able to just chop it up with them, and then like after we finish our set, they come up to you and they're like, man, you did very good. It's like, damn, you Earth, Wind, and Fire. I did really good.
That's dope.
So it's like, it was funny. It was pretty dope.
What is something that they told you that still resonated with you today? Like, was there any advice that they give you and you're like, damn, okay, they were right about this?
So I'm not gonna sit here and act like I had full conversation with them, because I really, like I said, I was really just walking past them, not thinking nothing. And then once someone told me, it's like, that's dumb, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But really, one thing that stayed with me is the fact that just being there and them acknowledging like my gift and my skill, and it's like something that I've worked basically my whole life for. Like, that's all I've ever been. And it's like, yo, like, this is not no like normal person in a club or something. This is like a man that's made. Yeah. It's like a person that's made like $1 million off of records, and they're like, yo, you're nice. And I'm like, damn, like, appreciate that. Like, that's crazy. Yeah. So, I mean, like, for me, it's not so much about getting noticed, but it's also just more like, damn, I'm going in the right direction. Like, my work is paying off. Like, it's cool to see that, because it's like a lot of people, like, I don't want to say they be scared to go for their dreams, but like going for your dreams, and on top of scared to fail, it's like going for your dreams is not always the easiest thing. And there's a lot of people that go for their dreams and they not gonna make it, which is so sad to say. But it's like,
it's facts.
It's like, I'm not trying to downplay nobody, but it's like, it's just, that's the harsh reality. And like, even now I struggle with that, because it's like, I have dreams like to go on tour, to be on planes and experience the world and be able to play drums for like a bunch of people, and like them see my talent and my gift. Because at the end of the day, it's like, it's not about me, it's just about like, God gave me my gift, so I want to give it back to him, and I want to be able to like use my gift to like get in touch with other people. Like, I wouldn't be on this podcast because if I didn't play drums, in a sense.
Yeah, that's
In
true.
a sense, you know, like it's my gift that got me in the door, and now we're able to have this conversation about, you know, more than just drums, because that's one thing that's big on me. It's like we play drums, or I play drums, but it's not just drums. You know, I sit behind a drum set, and it's kind of like my little cage. They always call it like a little cage, but it's like the person that's sitting behind the drums got a story to tell.
Yeah,
you know, it's like everyone has their own story to tell, and people tend to put you in a box. Once you get used to like doing one certain thing over and over again, they're like, oh, you're now known as that. You're labeled as that. They stamp you as that. So it's like, oh, you're the drummer. Oh, you're the drummer. But it's never like, no, I have more to give.
Yeah.
I'm a person.
Yeah.
I'm not just a drummer.
Yeah, facts.
So, yeah, I don't know why I said all that, but yeah,
nah, we'll let you go.
I get you. No, you gotta get it out. But what I was gonna say was sometimes following your dream, it don't always pay you right away.
No, I don't.
And people,
and I'm
that's
still
where
learning
a lot
that.
of people just like, damn, like
you gotta push through it.
You gotta push yourself. You might be doing it for free,
100%.
just to get to where you need
when
to
I
get.
was playing at church, I started playing at church at the church in Boca that I was at. I started playing there when I was 13, and I played there for 2 years straight with no pay.
Yeah.
And then they hired me to play drums for the Christmas production that they have. By the way, if you're interested in going to a Christmas production, December 10th, 11th, and 12th in Boca, it's gonna be fire.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fire in Boca Raton. I could get you right.
It's at the church.
Yeah, it's at the church, free. So
Okay,
you just get a ticket and then.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a Christmas play, bro.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
It's fun.
It's about to be that season.
So, but yeah, I'm playing. Just saying.
Gotta be there. Well, no, we got you, bro. We got you.
But damn, I lost my thought.
No, but you were just going about when you were 13, you started at the Boca Church.
Oh yeah, so you know I played for free, and it wasn't until after the Christmas production that they were like, all right, now we're gonna pay you.
Yeah.
But you know, I was blessed to be able to, like, I'm 15, like, not working, and I'm getting $150 on a weekly as a 15-year-old just playing drums on a Sunday.
150 is a lot to you.
Yeah. At 15, I was like, yo,
if
I could go buy anything.
Mom,
yeah,
that's a lot of money right there.
I swear. Yeah. So it was just cool, like, being able to, like, that was, like, my first introduction where it's like, damn, I could just play drums and make bread.
Yeah, for real.
It was like I could play drums and make bread. And then not too long after that, this is like where my dreams started coming in, where it was like the school I went to, North Broward, 7th grade. That summer, they ended up flying out the jazz band to London. We did a mini tour in the UK.
Oh, wow.
So we went to like London, Belgium, Germany, like Czech Republic. We were going around for like 3 weeks.
Bro, that's a lot of good exposure, and that matters.
Yeah,
that matters
100%.
a lot because it changes your eye and your perspective of everything.
100%.
Like not having that could affect you in some way, but now seeing that, and it just opened up your eye even more to, like you were saying, to your dream.
Yeah, it was literally like my dream.
Public
like,
schools don't do that, man.
Yeah, bro.
They really don't, and that's the problem.
But it was bread.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like.
So
shit like that's not
true.
So
any type of fundraisers for that, or that school just got it like that?
The school just got it like that.
Yeah,
and honestly,
I know that
I was
it's like a
bro.
mini
When you
campus
pass
for the
it,
kids,
when you pass it, it's gated up and everything.
Everything.
But like I said, man, I was just God really been blessing me, man. God blessed me to meet the right people. I don't even remember. I went to Dillard to play for the high school band because they were trying to get me to go to Dillard. From there,
that scouting is real.
Yeah,
they go that deep.
Yeah,
you think it's just sports, but
but it's everything. It's everything.
Yeah,
it's everything. It's acting, everything. Like it happens. Like Ariana Grande came from North Broward.
North Broward Prep.
Yeah,
I kept always hearing Boca too. Boca
yeah,
High.
I think she lived in Boca.
She lived in Boca, and she went to North Broward, and she got picked up from North Broward
for acting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like. Just like I said, knowing the right people, they get you connected. Like you meet one person, another person turns into another person. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is. It's really, my dad always says this. It's like it just takes one person.
Yeah, for sure.
It takes one person.
That's real.
You don't need a whole bunch of people. You need one person to be like, yeah, I'm gonna take a chance on you.
Yeah,
and that's it.
So let me ask you this: when you were 13, bro, because I asked earlier, Were you nervous?
Oh, was I nervous?
Yeah.
When I was 13?
When you first playing in front of, it was church, but you first playing in front of a crowd, you know?
I mean, there's always the little butterflies.
Yeah.
But, like, for me, it was, like, I'd be nervous for, like, the first 5 minutes. Or not even, like, first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And by the time, like, I start playing and I'm locked in.
It goes away.
It's like, yeah, I'm in my own element now. I forgot about everyone that's there. It's like, it's me. It's me. I'm here. Like.
I feel like, low-key, when you're a drummer, right, I assume when you were doing that play, you weren't in the front in terms of the stage.
No, yeah, we kind of like ducked off in the corner.
Right? So it's not as much of like FaceTime.
The thing is, it's not as much FaceTime, but at the end of the day, as a drummer, you're carrying the whole band.
Yeah.
So like, if you mess up, everybody gonna know you messed up. Like, there's certain times you could get away with stuff, but like as a drummer, you have to be like on pocket all times.
Yeah, because you're the whole base of the song.
It's not FaceTime, but like at the same time, it's like a responsibility where it's like, damn, I can't fuck up. Like,
I relate that to it's like football, right? You wearing a face mask.
Oh, you trying to say he's in? Yeah.
Yeah. No. But because he said prior to, he said the drum set's like his cage.
Yeah.
Right.
In football, the mask is like
that.
It protects your identity.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just the number.
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely feel more comfortable behind the drums than like if you. Let's just say you put me in front of a bunch of people and you put a mic in my hand. I'm a freak out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, I don't know what to do. Yeah.
Because now like, all eyes are on you.
Yeah.
And
like
you know
literally,
that. Yeah.
literally all eyes are on you. So
I don't know how Alexander Starr does it.
Yeah, bro. I don't know either, man. I don't know how.
What's the name of your band?
So we're Alexander Starr and the Golden People.
The Golden People.
The Golden People.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's dope. The cool little meaning behind it. It's
What's
like,
the meaning behind it?
It's like Golden People. It's like he's so cheesy, but I love him. It's literally just like we have like hearts of gold. You know, like very just like nice people, like good people who want to do good, put positive out into the world.
Yeah.
We don't want like there's no beef with us. Like we're not people that go around looking for problems. So it's like it's a cool meaning behind it. So it's
I like
pretty
it
dope.
because nowadays you don't see a lot of bands anymore.
Yeah.
I don't, and I feel like bands were such a big thing back in the day. I don't want to see that go away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
and there's still a lot of people that use bands too.
Yeah.
Like go ahead.
I feel like the first two instruments when we were younger that we would all try to play in Guitar Hero was the drums.
The guitar.
Or the guitar.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I'll beat the shit out that guitar. Even at church when church was gone and everybody was out, I'll sneak in church and I'll be in the back of the guitar.
It's like guitar rock.
I mean, I'll be in the back of the drum. But they would have it like in our church because we was in a Haitian church.
Yeah.
You know they had the glass.
Yeah, bro.
In front of the drum. Yeah.
That's for sound though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that back then. I just thought they were trying to keep it away from us.
Yeah, no.
That's why I wanted to get to it more.
Is it a shameful thing to do to drop your drumsticks?
Oh, of course. But
is it
the
really?
question is if you could play it off. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
There'll be times you're like, going crazy, like going in, your stick go flying. You're like, oh,
I got another stick.
Real quick. No, because you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised like how much that actually can happen to a person.
Yeah.
And not even just like, let's say your stick fly out your hand, but like sometimes you think you have a good stick, bro, because there's so many like details into it. Like you see a drumstick as just a piece of wood.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a piece of wood. There's weights to it.
Yeah.
There's like weight. There's length to it. There's like diameter to it. Like you could tell when a stick is good or when a stick is flimsy. Like it's so much little stuff.
So,
but yeah, you could literally like just break your stick and not even think your stick gonna break, and all of a sudden it just breaks.
It just cracked.
So you gotta be like, you gotta be ready. Oh, of course, plenty of times.
Yeah.
Plenty of times. You should.
How you recover? Like if you
just grab a stick.
So you have extra ones next to you.
You have to.
Ah, okay, that's good. That's good.
Unless it's like a brand new pair of sticks for me, I always got like at least 2 pairs of sticks. Cause you can't take that chance.
I got a question for you. You know, we talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I know back like a while back, you were telling me how, like, in terms of getting shows and how difficult can that be at times, you know, getting shows, getting performances and stuff like that. Can you expand on that?
It's all like what Rico said, where it's like dreams, they come not like this. A lot of people are obsessed with the fact that, oh, they blew up overnight.
Yeah.
Nah, it took them 5 years to blow up overnight.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't just happen.
Yeah.
You know, so most of it, like, for me at least, when I started, because I got out of high school, I didn't want to go to college. College wasn't my thing, really.
Yeah.
So, but my mom was like, no, you got to go to college or get a job. And I got a job, and I hated the job. I was like, I'm quitting this shit.
Yeah.
Right now.
It was in the kitchen, you know, serving and stuff.
Yeah,
And it's like, I'm like, no, bro, like, that's dead.
Yeah.
So she was like, no, you got to go to college. So I ended up going to college for music, and I got my degree in music. And then it's like, okay, what now?
Did that help you any type of way though? Like
it did, because actually going to school is what got me into producing.
Ah, okay.
So like, it's funny because I went to school for mixing and mastering, and the entire time I was there, I was just learning to produce instead.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's terrible to say I have a degree in it, but
do
I really know what the hell I'm doing? Not at all. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, I remember the basics, but like, obviously, like, being in there and being able to do it, nah. But like I said, I'm grateful for it because it really, I'm a producer now. Like, I can make beats. Yeah. So it's like, on top of just another way of income, like.
Did the drumming aspect help you?
100%, because since you already know how the drums are gonna sound, it's just literally drawing it in or playing it with your fingers or like doing whatever. So.
Do you have a method in like how you create a beat? Like, do you have a certain pattern or a certain system you follow?
For me, I do. There's a certain way I make my beats. I really just sit there on the computer and however I'm feeling, because I can't make, if I'm feeling mellow, I'm not gonna make some hard ass beat because I'm not feeling it at the moment.
You gotta be into it.
Yeah, so that's the first thing. However I'm feeling, like my mood for the day, like, okay, and then like literally just start scrolling through samples and just listening to different stuff. Expanding your mind, really, to not listen to just to your genres, but listen to other things, and expands your mind in the sense of like, okay, like, yeah, I like hip hop, but I could use this pop sample and flip it to the way I want to hear it. Yeah. So it's really just expanding your mind, where your heart is at, how your mood is feeling, and then go from there. And then once you catch a vibe, bro, you know, you start and you can't stop. Yeah. Like, so.
And you just recently dropped a beat tape.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Back when I was in school, I met my boy. His name is Shek, but we call him Black Mon. Hey, Don, happy birthday, bro. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Don.
And we ended up just clicking. The college was only a 9-month program. Nothing crazy.
Oh, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, 9-month program, and you graduate with a degree, so it was cool. But we were there from like 10 in the morning to 11 at night. Yeah, like getting the hours, getting the lab hours, finishing the projects. But yeah, I met Black, and Black is actually the one that put me on production. Black is actually the one that put me on Ableton. Yeah. When I first started making beats, like first started, I was using Logic, and I was just playing with like the sample loops that they have. But like Black actually showed me what Ableton is, and like from there it just took off.
You never looked back.
Yeah. So, long story short, we graduate, and my boy Black has a label, 4700 Enterprises. They based down in Miami. So yeah, he called me one day. He's like, yo, I want you to be a part of the label. Like, I'm starting a label. You're gonna be on as one of my producers. And at the time, it was like I was producing, but not like seriously producing. Like, I was just like, yeah. And he was like, nah, like you could do more. Yeah. So he was really the one that pushed me. And I've probably been on the label for like a year and some change now. and he been on me about, yo, you gotta drop something, you gotta drop.
Yeah.
Cause it's
Sometimes
like,
you need that type of person. In your
yeah,
corner.
100%.
Yeah.
And not that like, I don't want to say I was afraid to post my beats, but at the same time I had no incentive to post my beats because I'm just like, they're just on my computer, like you know, nothing crazy.
What would you say that pushed you to doing this now? Like, what incentivized you to, you know what, let me put this together. Let me actually take this serious.
On top of Black pushing me, because I promise, he was always calling me, talking about, like, yo, so what we doing about this beat tape? What we doing about this beat tape? It was really just, I got to a place in my mind where it's like, I started changing my mindset, and it's like, you know what, like, if I have this gift, why, like, keep it to myself?
Yeah.
Because, music is, the thing I love about music is it's really a universal language.
Yeah.
It's something that we all have inside us, whether we like music or not. But there's something that when you play a specific melody or you play a certain type of chord, like if you listen to a sad song, you're gonna be sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like,
that's facts.
Yeah,
that's facts.
So it's like, it's just the same experiences I had with the beats that I was making, because I started making, so fun fact, the project came out like maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah.
I think I started working on it in the beginning of this year, because I was really just in a different place. There was like a lot that happened not because of quarantine, but like quarantine definitely like opened my eyes to a lot of things. Where it was like, you really learn who's on your side, who's not on your side, and like on top of that, sometimes you really just gotta go through shit like by yourself. Like, and you know, that's when I was in that really, I was in a really like dark place, not in the sense of like dealing with depression or anything, but I was just angry because I was just like, there's so much happening, and like I couldn't understand why there was so much happening. So
was it, you know, angry at where you're at in life, or angry at just so many different emotional things happening in your life? It was
angry at so many different emotional things. And it really just like, it shook me, because it was like, there was just like, it was like people that you don't expect to treat you some type of way, they end up treating you some type of way. And it's like, damn, bro, like I've given myself to you over and over again. And this is how you gonna do me. All right, that's cool. Go crazy. And then on top of that, like a very close friend of mine passed away. Mike, when Mike passed away. So it was just like a lot at once. And in like that transition from December to January, really God just started working with me. God showed himself to me in a way where it was just like, all right, God, like I get what you wanted me to learn, because throughout this whole thing, it was like, there comes a moment in time when it's like, you, not that you depend on people, but you have the sense of like, damn, I want to make sure like that the people are right, and you don't really care too much about yourself. You
put sometimes we tend to put people above us, and 100%. We don't take care of ourselves. And a lot of people struggle with doing that.
They struggle without the approval of others.
And that's the problem. Not putting someone over themselves. Like, you gotta put you first, bro.
So,
but sometimes you don't realize that you're doing that.
Oh,
you know
no, because that's just your heart.
Exactly.
That's just your heart. And that's the problem, because you know, there's people that have been raised the right way, and they know the right ways, and that's what they give. But there's also people that were raised the wrong way, and they just use that and abuse that. So it's like, you get to a point where it's like, it's a very gray area, because it's like that very close area where it's like, I don't give a fuck, and like I'm gonna just go crazy. Or it's like, I don't give a fuck, but I'm gonna worry about like me, and I'm gonna take care of myself. Like, I love you, don't get it wrong, but at the same time, I can't deal with y'all right now. Because I deal with me. And if you can't accept that, then you're not meant to be in my life in the first place.
Exactly.
So
it's like, you gotta take care of the core first before you can help the ones around you.
100%.
And if the ones around you are gonna prohibit you from taking care of your core, you have to like put boundaries and be like, listen, like if you're gonna stop me from being able to improve, I gotta get you out of here.
100%.
Bro. I
That's
gotta get
100%
You gotta
the
be
way.
on my team. Help me, and I can help you too. Basically.
No, because that's the biggest thing. You know, it's like we're connected. People are put on this earth not to walk alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we're people who long for connection.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
people who long
true.
for community.
Yeah.
Like, not one person. Anyone who says, "Oh, I made it here on my own,"
It's
it's
not
very
true.
rare that they actually made it on their
Yeah.
own. You know,
Yeah.
there's always someone that gave them a helping hand, because you know when you down, bro, you can't pick yourself back up
You
if you
can't.
down.
Exactly.
I
Like, you
remember-
need someone to be there for you.
Yeah, I remember one saying that was said to me was, the same brain that puts you in that problem cannot fix you. That problem.
100%.
Mhm.
You need another brain or a
Yeah.
couple more to help you get out that problem.
No, because you start. It's funny because I actually heard this not too long ago. It's like you start giving yourself therapy counseling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You try to give yourself therapy counseling, and
As
it's
if
like,
it's gonna work.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like you just end up in this cycle of like, okay, I'm feeling better. Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm in the same damn shit.
Nah.
Like,
Yeah.
ain't nothing changed.
When you're in the box, you can't think outside
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
And
know
that's
what
what
I'm
people. That's literally what I learned.
Yeah.
The beginning of this year. It's like there's a time when you get comfortable in the box,
Yeah.
but then your inner man, like your inner spirit, it's not meant to be contained in a box.
Yeah.
And I saw something that this pastor said. His name's Pastor Mike Todd. He said, "I want to die empty." That the graveyards are the richest place on earth,
Mm-hmm.
because that's where dreams die.
Damn.
Mm.
And he said something so real, and then ever since
That's
I heard him say it,
crazy.
yeah,
Like I'm
Yeah.
like letting it sink in, and it's just like I want to die empty. That means I want to die empty of like I got everything that I needed out.
yeah,
And
that
that I'll
everything
die
you
with
thot of, you
the
gave it a
things that I wanted.
chance.
Yeah.
because you know what, you don't
You
want to
die
go.
without regrets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want to die and be like, damn,
I wish I would have done this.
I could have made a movie.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, you ever sit down and like be real, like you
Mhm.
be like walking around your life and you be chilling with the boys and stuff, and you be like, bro, this could be a movie, bro.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
could
of
real
course.
life.
Of
This
course.
could real life be a movie.
Yeah.
Us three right here have had plenty of situations like
Plenty. I
that. You know what I'm
swear.
saying? You know
So
what I'm
it's
saying?
like, it's like, yo, like,
So would
don't give into it.
So would you say going through that is what helped geared you towards wanting to give out your producing talents to people to hear all your beats?
Going through that was not just for me to release my producing talents, but for
Mhm.
me to release what I have in my mouth to say.
Mm.
Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure y'all could testify to this, because y'all known me for a while now.
Yeah.
I never really used to open my mouth. I was the quiet one that was chilling, always joking, but like,
Yeah.
I never really said anything crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it was like, until like, because I grew, not that I grew up, but you learn that you're defensive. When people have hurt you too much,
Yeah.
you become super defensive.
Yeah.
And it's like,
very quick. Yeah.
I don't want to tell you nothing, because I feel like if I tell you this, you're going to use it and stab me behind my back.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it's like learning that people are going to stab you behind your back, because at the end of the day, no one's perfect. The only
Yeah.
one that's perfect is God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're made of flesh, you know, like we're not perfect. We going to fail.
Mhm.
Whether we want to or not, we going to fail. There's
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
to be a time.
Exactly.
But learning to be okay with that,
Mm-hmm.
and learning to give people the second chance, because now we live in a generation where it's like quick to cancel somebody.
Yeah. very
Cancel
quick.
culture.
Yeah, that you give somebody one chance, and that's it. Like and I'm guilty of that. There's
Yeah.
plenty of times I've been around people and it's like, oh, we could be cool,
Mm-hmm.
but as soon as you do me dirty, it's over with. I
Yeah.
got nothing to say to you no more.
But sometimes I feel like you do that because you already expected that.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Like,
defense mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a defense mechanism, and that's where I'm learning, and I'm still learning now, because
Yeah.
you know, like, it's not easy.
No, it's not.
Like speaking about it, but then doing it is like two completely
Applying
different
it,
things.
yeah,
Yeah.
two-
Two different things.
So really, just learning to apply it, and like, even with this is like my first time on a podcast doing anything. And it's like
Yeah.
just being able to speak about stuff like this. It's like, ask me a year ago if I would be doing something like this. I'll tell you, hell no.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say to no camera. I ain't got
Yeah.
nothing to say to nobody.
Yeah.
You know, so
I
it's
feel like you're at a place where you're comfortable with your vulnerability, being vulnerable,
yeah,
and you're able to move on.
because I feel like as men, a lot we look at that as a weakness.
Yeah.
That's
when-
very true.
Yeah.
You know what I noticed? This is completely off topic.
Go ahead,
right?
man.
Certain times, right? There's not a lot of male friendships where they discuss everything.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of male friendships are surface level. Right? Like we might have a talk about sports or you feel me?
We'll go deep into the game.
Go deep into the game and that will be like or music or
go deep into surface level things.
Exactly, surface level things, but it's not a lot of times where you're like, damn, bro, what's really going on with you?
Yeah.
Like, how are you really
Other
feeling?
than like if it's like about a female, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only time you get deep into it.
Yeah.
But not actually about yourself. When
Yeah.
you're
See, and that's something that
Exactly.
I'm learning too. It's like learning to just be like, because that also comes with the attitude of like, I'm just looking for you if you're gonna hand me something, in a sense, which is terrible because it's like you don't think about it that way, but it's like when you do that, you're like, you only look to people when you need something.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, another struggle we have is that we swear we don't need nobody.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So it's like we're kind of like we're fighting ourselves in our heads constantly, and like this is something that's not talked about as much.
Yeah.
But
At all.
like I said, learning to be vulnerable and learning to be like, yeah, like I'm good. You know, we could talk about sports, we could talk about that, but like, yo, how are you?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
really, like
Yeah.
I want to know, and not just because I'm being nosy, but like I care about you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I want you to know that I care about you.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you like a real question.
How
Like,
you
That's
doing?
facts.
I'm giving you the open door to talk to me. It's
Yeah.
up to you whether you take it or not.
Exactly.
But just know that it's here.
Because a lot of men go through a lot of shit, right? And I feel like there's a lot of weight on men,
Yeah.
right? Because we're supposed to be the breadwinners. We're supposed to be this. We're supposed to be that. You know what I'm saying? And society has made it seem like we don't have emotion, like we're emotionless. Like we just got a bag on our back like Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Society's also made it that it's like society's also made it where it's like we're not as important.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
like women empowerment, and like listen, I'm all for that, but at the same time, don't belittle me because you want to be a proud woman and stuff. Like I still got worth too. Yeah, I still got worth too. Like the same rights you have is the same rights I have, but like don't belittle me just because I'm a man.
I wish we could change that shit. Like, because I feel like you shouldn't have to put somebody else down in order to bring yourself up.
100%.
Right? It shouldn't be like that at all. And I feel like you are absolutely right when you said the women empowerment thing. Like, I'm all for women empowerment, but damn, I want some male empowerment too. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mother's Day, right?
Yeah.
You go all out for your mom on Mother's Day. What you do for Father's Day?
You get them a watch or deodorant or something about
Get them
sport.
some socks.
But not even. You see, like this is gonna come across like kind of crazy because they'd be like, "Happy Father's Day to the father figure," and it's their mom, and I'm like, listen, like I get it, like don't take it wrong. Like I've been in the situation where it's like my mom and dad divorced, and like,
Yeah.
me and my dad had a fallout, and that's a whole nother story that we don't have to get into. But like, yeah, I'm like Mother's Day, Father's Day, woo, like taking care of my mom, but it's like. Fathers deserve that recognition too, because it's like, it's not. There's some bad mothers out here. Let's be honest.
That's true. That's true.
Like the
It's
same
on
way
both-
that
both
they be,
sides.
It's on
yeah,
both sides of the spectrum. Yeah.
they just don't speak about it that much.
Yeah.
Exactly. But males, they speak about that shit all the time. You can't get away from that
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they predetermined that you're going to be a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, it's not like that. You feel me? You be trying to do right your whole life, some shit. And so one person comes, oh man, bro, this dude look like he look like a fuck boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I
You be like,
swear.
that shit is crazy. You don't even know me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you don't even know.
you never had a conversation with me. How is it that I look like a fuck boy? Because
It's
I got a
funny
good
as hell that you
haircut.
say that, bro.
Because my
You
barber Lou get me right.
No, but it's funny as hell that he says that because I was at a gig one
Yeah.
time with my boys, and this was before like me and my girl were talking, but like it was still like under wraps that like I was
Yeah.
talking with a girl. So they'd be like, "Man, you don't got no girl. You a fuck boy. Like you da 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 da." And it's
Yeah.
just like I don't say nothing because like at the end of the day, it's like I said, you don't know me.
Believe what you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, you don't know me. Believe what you want to believe. But it's like I laugh at it because it's like you don't know me at all. Like,
Yeah.
I move a certain way, yeah, cause I dress pretty, cause I be, like, let's be honest, bro. Like, talk to me, bro. Don't be mad, bro. Don't be mad. You be looking bummy, bro. Don't be mad. You dress bummy, bro. You be walking around with two different colored socks.
You be just a clean.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
CJ dressed like he's about to be in a photo shoot every time.
Facts.
Bro, not even. I throw on a pair of jeans and a t-shirt, bro.
It's just
crazy.
some people. I'm gonna say no homo before this, but some people clothes just look good on.
That's facts. Cause I know my clothes look good on me.
I'm saying?
How was that no homo? That was fine.
I just, you know what I'm saying? I don't
He
know
just
how.
being careful,
you know
bro.
what I'm
He
saying?
just being careful.
You know what
That's
I'm
all it is.
Hey. I'm not even gonna go there.
This
Let's
man
go-
just being
let's go back
careful.
to
I
it.
get it, bro. It's
All right.
Well, yeah.
We took a whole left swing.
Yeah, we
took
did.
a whole
We
left
did.
swing.
No,
This-
but real quick,
Go ahead,
he
go
said
ahead.
something that I want to come back on. He said
Yeah.
that people bring others down to bring themselves up.
Mhm.
Do you know the reason why people do that? Is because whatever they're saying that brings the other person down, that's something that they feel about themselves.
Yeah. No, that's for
And
sure.
that's most of the time what it is.
Most of the time that is
Because
what
if
it
you
is.
ever, it's so funny because like you ever like, you have the school bully or something like that, and they be like, damn, why is he always so mean? Why he always bullying up on people? Because most likely when he's home,
He's
he's
getting bullied.
neglected,
He's
he's
getting
getting
beat
on. Yeah.
abused and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So it's like,
He got released on
what,
somebody else.
yeah, what you take in and what you learn from like your parents and stuff, that's what you're gonna give out.
Yeah.
So
No,
The
for
hate
sure.
that you give.
yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
There's I wanted to say this one thing. I'm trying to remember it because it just slipped out my mind.
You want to let it come back to you?
Yeah, let's
I
let it
got
come
you.
back to me. That shit.
Let me go
left.
back to.
To the left.
Let me go back to the German career now, because like this podcast is about inspiring someone else who is in the trenches and want to hear someone who's in the trenches how they're maneuvering and their ups and downs. What is the pros and cons of touring with a band?
pros. All right, so I'm gonna just speak for me because I can't
Yeah.
speak for everybody. But pros for me, man, is at least with my band. Like I said, it's like it's deeper than a band.
Yeah.
Like we are friends outside of just playing music, which is so important.
Yeah.
Because really, when you're a musician, 35% of what you do is playing, but the rest is like how you are, like your characteristics, like who you are as a person. So being able to gel with people, that's one of the biggest things. What was the question again?
What are that's the pros, but
That's
what are
a
the
pro, yeah.
cons of
Cons is really just depending on where you are.
so
If you're
saying
just
like
starting or stuff.
Okay.
One of the cons for me, I'll just say just starting, because when I was just starting, I was working a job, not 9 to 5, and doing drum stuff.
The drums, yeah.
So it's like, really, when you paying the price to chase your dreams, like there's a level of dedication you have to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to dedicate like your time like that, like sometimes, bro, you gonna come home, and you come home from a show ends at like 12:30, or by the time you pack up it's 1 o'clock. Coming home, depending where you at, then to
2,
wake
3,
up,
yeah.
go to work, and then after work you gotta go do something else. You got a rehearsal or something. Like,
It's a grind.
yeah, it's a grind.
Yeah.
So, just learning to be okay with that grind.
Yeah.
And learning not to give up. Being like, damn, I'm not seeing results. Results ain't gonna come quick.
Yeah.
If you want quick results, that's the same. As fast as you get it is as fast as it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's facts.
So, learn to be okay with the grind. Cause it'll pay off, bro.
Yeah.
Like now, like I could sit here and like I said, all glory to God always, cause He's the one that put me in the position. But there's shows I do, bro, that I make more bread in one show playing 2 hours than I know people that make on a check
Yeah.
for working like a week, 2
8-hour
weeks.
shift. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like, and that's just one show.
Mhm.
Like, I'm grateful because the November and December,
It's a killing.
I'm cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say nothing else, but I'm
you
like,
about to be in your bag.
yeah. So it's like,
you already know, because it's that season.
yeah,
People are
it's
usually
that
more
season.
giving, more
So-
events. So how did you and your band come about to get in some of these city shows? Like last year, we were at your first 4th of July show where you did it at Mullins Park.
Oh, that show was grits. I hate that show.
Why?
Why? Because it got canceled.
Yeah, because the rain and all.
Because buddy, hey, Rico pulled up, all of y'all pulled up, and I finished my first set. And then they're like, yeah, by the way, the show we can't do it.
Yeah.
But had me pissed
everybody
off because the DJ was still playing.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Like, damn, that's crazy.
But how did you guys get into getting those gigs?
Actually, through organization that we're actually a part of, Mike Sipe Entertainment.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you want to book us, go to Mike Sipe Entertainment. Listen, put some money in my pocket, please.
Please send some help, please.
Nah, but so yeah, we're signed under Mike Sipe. We're actually like his number one selling band stuff. Yeah, so like we do like weddings, private parties, like all of that. So he actually got to connect because Mike Sipe is right there on Coral Springs Drive in Wiles. So he got to connect with the city, and Coral Springs actually was like, yeah, we'll use them. And that was the first time that Coral Springs was going to have a band, like, for 4th of July to, like, actually close it off. Because most of the times they have DJs and stuff and just the fireworks.
And they usually uptight about everything in Coral Springs.
I got a question for you. Now, were there any moments, and I know there had to be a few, where you were just like, is this for me? Like, is this, like, where you were just...
I can sit here and be honest with you, I never had that feeling.
No? Never, not once?
Because it was like I've been doing this.
Yeah.
I've seen myself doing this. And as long it's like it's just holding on to the promise, bro. Because when you have a vision.
What do you mean by promise?
Very big on God. I'm very big on God, and God's, like, I grew up in church and all that, and people seem to like drift away from that. But honestly, I can see here right now, and it's like I've never drifted away in the sense of like God ain't here or like God ain't doing like I know that God's on my team. I know that Jesus is on my team. So like anything that He says that's gonna happen is gonna happen. And growing up as a kid, I was a young kid. I was probably like 4, and there was one time I had a wild dream. I had a wild dream, and it was I used to live in Waterways, and so I was at the gate of the entrance, and like I was walking, and I was 4 years old. I was walking, and then all of a sudden I see like this cloud like starting to try to chase me. So I look at the cloud and I'm scared because I'm like,
why is this cloud after me?
So I start running, and I got to the front of my house, and the cloud like literally spoke to me and said, "I'm gonna rain on you," and like I don't understand that, but like. In the Bible, it kind of like talks about like opening the floodgates of heaven, which is like God pouring out His blessings and stuff. Yeah. So it's like I've always known that God has like blessed me, and He's always had favor on me. And like I said, I wouldn't have anything I have if it wasn't for Him. Yeah. And like I'm very big on that. So just understanding that when God says something, that it's gonna happen. When God tells you something and God promises you something, like if you remain true to Him and your heart posture stays like correct, and whenever God asks you to do something, if you do it, God's not one to hold back. If God tells you to do something and you do it, God's quick to be like, all right, I'm gonna release this for you. Yeah. So just holding on to the like for me, that's big. It was like holding on to the promise that what, I'm putting in my work, but at the same time I know that there's a dream in my head, and there's a verse in the Bible that says, God will fulfill the desires of your heart as long as they align up with His will. And I believe that I be lining up with God's will. So the desires of my heart, bro, play drums, do all of that. Like there's a list of stuff I got like that I want to do. So I just know that if I keep staying grounded and stuff, like I won't forget, and I'll get where I want to be. Yeah. Yeah. So that's that. I believe that.
I truly believe that. So now, what shows you got coming up? Most of the ones you're telling us mostly for the holidays.
So most of them are like weddings for now. Like I said, we got the Christmas play in December, which is open to public. January we're having there's a festival in Miramar. I don't have all the details.
Yeah.
But I know that January and March and maybe February, I think we have like 3 festivals around South Florida. You know, when they come around, I'll probably start posting the dates on my Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
But as of like right now, I can't tell you off the top of my head. I just know that there's stuff lined up where like it's open to the public. But for now, it's mostly just like private weddings and private gigs and stuff like that.
Okay.
But they pay just as good, bro. So
yeah. And they book you guys off of the website, you said, right?
They book us off of Mike's Hype, yeah.
Mike's Hype. Is that your whole band's management? They're the one who gets everything rolling for you guys?
For now.
For now? Okay.
Because... Never mind. But yeah, for
now. We might be going up. We gotta leave. You know what I'm saying? And are you working on any more beats to put out?
So I'm in the process of finishing my home studio.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I gotta get a couple more things, but as soon as I get everything else done, I'm trying to release another beat tape, and I'm talking about like the next 6 months.
Yeah.
But like with me actually playing drums on top of the beats. So not just producing the beat by itself, but actually like producing the beat and then recording drums on top of it and then release it like that. Cause I actually know a couple people that have done that. So that's in the works. And then I got another surprise. We trying to figure out the details and stuff, but when I get the details, I give it.
Gotta keep everything right. Yeah. Everything right.
So that's how that's looking. I'm talking game plan, bro. Next 6 months that I have something out, hopefully. But I hope Black don't see this, because then he gonna hold me to that 6 months.
Yeah, he is. He'll call you right after this. I heard what you said on air.
I'm gonna send him this video.
He gonna hold me to that. But yeah, that's that. That's that.
Okay. Let the people know your social media, man. How they could get a hold of you.
Man, Instagram. That's pretty much it right now. But Ali Productions, ALI.productions_.
Yes, sir.
And that's my page, man. You know, hit me up if you want to work. Listen, I do beats, obviously. Anyone trying to link up, cook, I'm with that too. Yeah, bro, let's work, man. That's I'm with it, bro. You know, I work with anybody.
Okay.
If your heart right and your energy good and I can vibe with you, then I'll work with anybody. So yeah, that's it.
Y'all heard the man. He work with anybody, so tap in with him. He ready to work. And then also let him know what podcast you in, man.
Oh man, I'm in the Double.R.Podcast.
If anybody don't know, that's an insider. That's the living room when we were coming up with this, and CJ heard the shit. But yeah, man, appreciate it for having you on.
No, man, appreciate you having me, bro. This was a vibe, low key. I ain't gonna cap. This is definitely a vibe.
Yeah, we gonna have you back on in 7 months. You should have that new project.
The next one we
gotta
come
talk
through.
about
Yeah,
it.
we can definitely do that. I'm with it.
All right, man. It's a wrap, and
yes, sir. Y'all be safe.
Yes, sir.
It's a Double.R.Podcast.
That's hilarious.